Welcome to the real Bahamas.
Untainted by tourism, Cat Island is a lush and happy island, a great place to get away from it all. All this in only 325 miles from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Commercial airlines make scheduled stops to Cat Island, but chartering a plane can be extremely fun, especially with pilot like Tony Armbruster.
You don't get very much better weather in the world to fly than here. And of course the scenery is spectacular. I love to fly, it's my hobby, I love to do it.
Cat Island is very popular with private pilots. Captain Tony has been flying to Cat Island for over 35 years and knows a thing or two about the island and its history.
There's some beautiful beaches, and you can see the reef structure where there's great diving, great fishing. There's a lot of history from the Loyalists. There's a lot of old buildings. Our family has old buildings scattered all over Cat Island.
I'm extremely excited to see some of these historical landmarks and experience the history that's here on Cat Island.
Well, you'll get to see them while you're here.
Let's do it.
Dramatic vistas and natural, unspoiled beaches are the backdrop to one-of-a-kind resorts, smiling faces, and friendly people.
Welcome to the real Bahamas.
As we soon find out, laughter and heartfelt hospitality are contagious here on Cat Island. At a roadside straw market to buy an authentic, handmade souvenir, the hat lady, Miss Ella, told us about growing up on Cat Island and shared a traditional Bahamian song.
I mean the mayor of the air, the bell of the church. That is the Maybell, I mean, on the guitar can't spell good.
How could you not be happy living next to this stunning blue water?
This is great. I just hiked up this hill in Fine Bay on Cat Island. And I have to say, this is what I always imagined the Bahamas to be like. Picture perfect. It's exactly what it is.
Cat Island is full of amazing historical ruins of once flourishing 18th century plantations, like Henry Hawkins' plantation and the DeVoe Mansion.
Tony, your family obviously has a long-standing history here in Cat Island, dating back to the late 1700s. If these walls could talk, what would they say to us about what happened here on these plantations or others like it?
Great question. I've often wondered some of the things I've read about the history of the Bahamas. It could not have been an easy existence. I marvel at them coming here in, 300 years ago and building something like this. Because today we have tools, we have things that they didn't have then. And it always astounds me that they would come down here and build some of this stuff and it's still here.
I see up on that hill. Now is that the Hermitage?
That's the Hermitage. That's where we're going next.
We trekked the steep incline up Como Hill to the peak of Mount Alvernia, the highest point in the Bahamas at 206 feet above sea level.
And from here, we can get a 360-degree view of the island. Let's check out what's inside. This is where Tony tells me Father Jerome would sleep, right under in here. And then this is where he would sit at his desk, maybe drawing some of the plans for the churches he built here on Cat Island, or maybe even this.
People who enjoy culture and history will truly be captivated by Cat Island.
Welcome to the real Bahamas.
It is only fitting that an evening of laughing and singing ends our fun-filled day.
I'm going to Cat Island, oh Cat Island, join the Rican Street Band.
They were there from Sunday till Saturday,
Good morning.
Captain Tom showed me around Armbruster Creek. Tom grew up boating the lakes and rivers of Michigan. But once he got a taste of the life on these crystal clear waters of Cat, he dropped the anchor to stay.
There's a little hole right at the point of this key, and I was asking him, can he swim underneath it? He said, my 10-year-old granddaughter can swim underneath that. Of 10-year-old girls from around the world, including Captain Tom's granddaughter. That was awesome.
Invigorated and inspired, I took the scenic route back in a kayak to explore the other natural wonders of Cat Island along the creek.
We experienced so much on our visit to Cat Island. From the air, from the water, from its highest point at the Hermitage.
We saw through the eyes of one of the island's oldest residents to one of its youngest. We saw it through the eyes of history. And now we invite you to come to Cat and create some of your own.